How's it going, Rebel Nation? A chance to once again catch up with assistant volleyball coach Maggie Scott. Certainly been a weird off season for you guys, but we're now less than 3 weeks away from that first match for you coaching the Rebels. What's this roller coaster been like as you guys get prepared for Texas A&M?
Yeah, like you said, I think a roller coaster is the only way to describe it. It's really different day to day on what we got going on. It's been awesome to transition into this 20-hour period where we just have a little bit more time in the gym with the girls. Prior to October 1st, we were still in 8 hours, so we had a very limited amount of time in the gym, and that time just flew by. So it's been really nice to go back to some good 2-3 hour chunk practices. And we've been seeing a lot of progress. I think these past 2 practices we've had have been maybe some of the best since our staff has been here. So it's a good time to be peaking, and we're definitely going in the right direction.
What areas have you seen growth in? I know for a first-time staff, you want to install a culture, you want to get a tempo down, but where have you guys seen the biggest growth?
Yeah, I think as of late, there's definitely been some major clicks. I think our offensive tempo is looking a lot better. So we're seeing a lot of success there, and that's both from the setters and the hitters. Have really had to nail that down, so that's been awesome. Recently been working a lot on defense and looking at some different defensive moves and just our posture, and that really clicked the past 2 days, which is awesome. And I think part of it is we have such a young team. So we have 7 freshmen on roster. That's a ton to begin with, and then it's almost like everyone's learning so much. So initially it can look a little ugly, and then you give them a little bit of time and you see these leaps and bounds. So definitely a lot of progress going on, especially in those couple areas.
The last time you and I talked, I asked about Lauren Bars, who's the returning setter on the roster, but there's 2 new faces as well for older fans to get familiar with. So tell us a little bit about Gabby and Callaway.
Yeah. I've loved working with this group, and I think it's really fun for me because they're 3 very different style setters. So I get to coach such a variety of strengths, and they all kind of have different styles. So Gabby's a little bit undersized, but she's super quick, super athletic. She's also a lefty, so she can turn and go over on 2, which we love to see. I love to encourage her to be a little bit more offensive. And she just has an awesome work ethic, loves to be in the gym, total gym rat, will come in and watch film with me 24/7 if I let her, how other college kids binge Netflix, Gabby would binge film sessions. So she's awesome, super good kid, has been fitting in really well with the culture. And then Callaway is one of our incoming freshmen, and she is, first of all, just a funny kid. The whole team loves her. She loves to joke around. She loves to talk some smack during games. And it's the transition for her has been awesome just because she was so quiet initially, and we've had to kind of pull it out of her because she's so vocal off the court. So that's been awesome to watch her grow. She comes from a really, really high level club team that had a ton of success. So she has a really high level of play coming in. And so I've been really excited to work with her. And she'll play, I think, a variety of roles for us this year. She's also really good defensively and has been picking up some really good balls back there. So we're excited to see both of them on the court, and think they're both going to help us out this year. So,
were you a trash talker?
I definitely had to grow into it too. I'm definitely very nice, and I'm also very competitive. So if you get me in the competition zone, there's a couple of times too, I'll play with the girls and I'll get pretty competitive with them. I grew up with a twin sister, so we automatically had a good sort of sibling rivalry. So I love that. And actually my dad went to Tennessee, so he loves to talk smack with me now about other SEC opponents. So it's always fun. It's something we definitely encourage in the gym too, is then we're anytime we're competing that you guys can talk as much smack to each other as you guys want. Which it just makes the gym more fun. It makes a really good environment. Anna Bear is awesome at it. She's pretty good at it. There's a couple we have to coax, they'll make a play and we're where's the smack talk? Bailey, we have to coax Bailey all the time. We're Bailey, come on, you gonna say something after that?
Yeah. I've known Bailey for 4 years. I can see that. Gotta get it out of her.
That was a nasty stuff block. But they're getting better at it, and just the level of competition has been nice. I think for us, just to be able to get in the gym with them, and now we get to play more 6s, and we're just super excited to compete in general too. So it's been fun.
So we talked about the on the floor side of your job, but you were also tabbed as a recruiting coordinator for this program. First of all, it's awesome that Kayla saw that in you. Where do you see your strengths at as a recruiter?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. For me, it's one of my favorite parts of my job too, is to get to recruit. And, I love interviews like this, and I love talking to people on the phone in general. I think, for me, my personality goes a long way with that. I like to chat. I'm pretty good at making people feel comfortable. So that's been a big plus. I'll also say, like, me as a younger coach, it's really easy for me to relate to them. It wasn't that long ago that I was going
Right.
through the recruiting process. So that's definitely helped. I think here we have so much to sell as well. Like, we have obviously an awesome coaching staff that's just come on board. We have an awesome facility, and being in the SEC, I think this conference has such a high level of interest from kids too. Like, they see how successful our conference is being on a national level, and they see the level of support we get, and they're going to see some really good matches in a couple weeks on SEC Network that I think will also pique some interest. So, I just try and be myself when I'm talking to kids on the phone, and I don't think my job's very hard because it's really easy to sell Ole Miss. So I've been really fortunate, and we have some really good recruits coming up in the 21 class and the 22 class. So we're really pumped about the future of Ole Miss, and really happy that I get to do that. And Kayla is so easy to sell. So I don't feel like my job's very hard, but I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting, like you said, that in a couple weeks, all the culture coaches
Yeah.
that you've been preaching is finally going to be out on the floor,
Yeah.
and you'll see the product in motion. And we're all waiting for that. Like I said, under 3 weeks now, it'll be here in no time. And I know you'll be back at work here in the next couple of seconds to keep this team prepared for the opening weekend of the year. Thanks for sitting down with us, and we'll catch up again probably in the season.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Seth. Bye.